Hi guys, my name is Debbie and welcome to my channel where I like to post videos to help you save time and money. If you're new here, don't forget to click subscribe and the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I post a new video. This is my last video in my 4-part series on how to get out of debt. If you missed any of my prior videos, I'll link them in the description box down below. So far we've covered 1, a real easy way to keep track of your expenses for an entire month, which ends up becoming your initial budget. 2, I talked to you about 5 easy ways to lower your monthly expenses in order to save money. 3, we covered 10 daily habits to help you save even more money. And in a bonus video, we talked about 7 reasons why you should always use cash instead of charging things on a credit card in order to save even more money. With all of these tips and videos in your back pocket, it'll be a lot easier for you to set aside some extra cash, which brings us to our emergency fund. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I don't want to talk about an emergency fund, Debbie. Let's get to paying off debt, which I'll cover in a minute. But it is important because the whole point is that you never know when emergency is going to actually happen. We had the worst 2 weeks in I don't even know how long when it comes to emergencies in my family. We had set aside a little bit of cash to go away for just a few days this summer, and we had such a great time. We were so relaxed, and when we walked into the house, we realized that it was hot like an oven. Our air conditioning system stopped working while we were away. So now we had to call for an emergency repairman to come and fix it temporarily. Was I expecting this expense? Of course not. But if I didn't have that emergency fund set aside, I would have had to do what? Whip out a credit card, which would have put us more and more in debt. That's why you need an emergency fund, because you never know when an emergency hospital visit's going to happen, or like it happened to me this week, I ended up with a nail in my tire and I had to have a guy come to my job to fix my tire while I was at work. Again, another expense that obviously I wouldn't budget for. So that's why an emergency fund is really important. And an extra tip I want to give you is what I suggest is that you not only have $1,000 set aside in a separate account, but if I were you, I'd have it in a separate bank, which is actually what I did. Because that way I limit the temptation of if I go over my budget one month to say, I got that $1,000 in there, let me tap into it a little bit. But I can't because I can't transfer funds from the account that I have it in because I have it in a separate bank and it's there just for emergencies. So now let's talk about your debt. Now here's where the fun begins. What I suggest for you to do is to make a list of all your debt from the smallest being on the top to the largest being on the bottom. Now let's forget about that one on the top for just a second. All the other debts, I want you to just make your minimum payments on them because every single cent you have left over is going to get thrown at that one on the top. That's right. And as soon as you're able to pay off that smallest debt, you're going to do the same thing to the second smallest debt. You're going to make the minimum payments on the rest, and everything you have is going to get thrown at that second one. And because you just paid off that other debt, now you have extra cash available to pay off that second to smallest debt even faster. And that's what you do. As you're paying off your debt, you're going to go faster and faster and gain more momentum until you finally pay off that last debt. And then you're what? Say it with me. Debt free. That's right. If you have any tips or any debt that you're proud of paying off that you'd love to share with us, please leave it in the comment section down below. Let's motivate each other to be debt free. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please click the like button, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!